Hey guys, welcome back to the Road Forward podcast. And I'm your host, Nick Kane. I'm here with Fred Kimble. He's the founder and CEO of NOAA, which is a company that does last mile delivery out of California. They have several large contractors and do the delivery between. Well, I'll let him talk more about it, but between the distribution centers in the homes, the last mile of the logistics frontier. Fred, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. How you doing today, Nick?
Doing well, doing well. So yeah, are you currently out in California? Where are you based out of right now?
I'm based out of California, so I'm happy to be on here with you and love what I do and excited about sharing it with you and the general public.
Excellent. I think this is such a rapidly evolving niche of the industry. I think maybe it'd be good to just kind of go into a little bit of what is last mile delivery. How do we even define that? What do you guys do in terms of logistics, and what don't you do?
Yeah, last mile delivery is really a process that delivers from a warehouse or from a manufacturer straight to the end user home. Mostly the home, sometimes businesses. Mostly is to a personal house. Um, with the rapid need of individuals, they want things delivered faster and faster and faster, and that's what we try to do at our company, accommodate our customers to get faster delivery.
Okay, so you really making sure that you get kind of that fast order that somebody's put in to their home, and how fast is fast?
Really fast is within an hour or two, from the time that you place the order online to the time that it reaches the doorstep. But generally, on a general side, it normally takes the next day. It's probably the standard today, the next day. But it's rapidly changing. That process is changing quickly.
Okay, wow, next day delivery. You see a future where you guys will be next hour, next 30 minutes? I mean, what's the
Uh,
end
I
point
see
here?
that. I see that with drones and UAVs that will fly directly to your front door within 30 minutes after you place the order to an hour. Just pick up the package, fly over, and drop it off at in front of your home on some landing pad that we have designated at each home nationwide. I'd like to see a landing pad at every door, front door nationwide, and we submit the drone UAV and fly over there and bring the package directly to
What
you
about your
quickly.
business, Fred? Wouldn't that tank you? Why do you want to see the drones come in? What about the drivers and
Yeah, that's
delivery vehicles?
well, the drivers will get repurposed. They will become drone navigators. So they will learn a different skill, and they will not be driving. Some of them will have to drive, so you never would eliminate 100% of it. But what we're trying to do is create better paying jobs for our drivers. They go to a drone navigation school and become a navigator at that point to a pilot, fly drones and UAVs all over the world.
It's a bold vision. Um, so Noah, who do you guys work with? I know you guys work with some large contractors. You've mentioned Amazon to me in the past. Is that the only player in this market? Who are your customers?
Oh, we have quite a few customers that we deal with, like Amazon, some European companies, some, like Walmart and food delivery companies are really becoming really big right now. They want to know the home meals for cooking at home. So most people really want a prep meal that they only have to put all the ingredients into a pot and heat it and cook it for a while, and it's ready to go. So that particular sector of the market is growing real fast, and we are kind of focusing in on that particular market also to deliver for these food delivery companies. that prepare meals for utilization at home. And also in the healthcare industry with, people that live at home by themselves, usually called Meals on Wheels. I think you see Meals on Wings now, right? Wing of a UAV or, rotary on a helicopter flying, that helicopter will bring that particular meal to the home via probably autonomous UAV type with bring it there. So you see, the market is really changing right now. We have to be open to those changes and not do like some previous competitors have done in the past. Like, if there's a Blockbuster, you thought, who would buy, a CD? Okay, so I lived through that era in my life, and what happened? Netflix got into the CD business, and now they took Blockbuster out of business, and Netflix continues to change. That they have to be a change agent in this particular business. So you got to look in the future, decide what you want to do based on analytics, and make some changes in your strategic plan to change with the growing market.
As a business in California, it sounds like you guys are pretty tapped into the technology scene and what's available. How's that worked with your business thus far? Obviously, we're talking a little bit about in the future, and some of these things are here now, but the majority of what you do is with drivers and delivery vans. How have you been able to incorporate technology maybe on that side?
Yeah, I continue to seek out. I'm in California, so we're in a technology world in California. Silicon Valley's out there. So I continue to do research on various companies that is moving into this particular market, going out and look at their technology. They come out and present to me about what they can do to improve our footprint and our strategic plan that we have. And we continue to work together to try to find new ways to, I'm originally from Texas, so we have a thing called secret sauce. And I can't give you all my secret sauce, but I can give you a taste of it, right? Give you a taste of Texas and California. But one of the things that we do, is that we look at how to become a safer company, because it's tied to your insurance rate. So the more accidents you have, the higher your insurance rate go up. How can you be a safer company to keep employees from getting hurt? How you provide better training for employees, real-time counseling. During they're driving, they run a stop sign. They need to know they ran the stop sign on real time. So next time it come up, develop some type of metrics around that to determine what drivers are safe drivers, what drivers are not safe drivers, and provide training for that driver. If the training doesn't work, you have to exit the driver. You have to leave. You have to terminate it and move to someone else that can be a safe driver for you. Those are the type of things that we're working on.
That makes sense. So you're kind of sort of talking about maybe the move in the industry towards these driver cameras. Now, what about those driver cameras? I think jury's still out on them. Certainly, looking ahead is something that everybody can agree upon, so they can see whenever there's an accident. But what about the driver-facing cameras? Do you have an opinion on those? The ones that actually look at what the driver's doing?
No, I do have an opinion. I think it's a great thing. The drivers are there on our time. It's part of my job as a CEO to keep these drivers safe. Because if the driver is looking at their cell phone doing FaceTime while driving the vehicle, they need to be coached on that, not to do that, and not to be getting distracted by all these distractions that they may have. So we have to ensure that we're keeping our drivers safe from a corporate standpoint. And that's one of the things that I think is very critical in this business, is having safe drivers, keeping the equipment safe, and also accident prevention also. Because at some point, the driver will have an accident, and sometimes you want to see what the drivers are doing when the accident occurs. So if the driver is, FaceTiming someone when the accident occurred, I mean, that's not a good thing for us as a company. Uh, so it would help prevent this driver from FaceTiming because we are looking at the driver and to try to make our job is keep him safe, help him change his bad habits to good habits by driving. If you need to FaceTime, you need to pull the truck over somewhere, stop the truck in a safe spot, and do his FaceTiming at that point if you really need to do that. So we want to teach you good habits about doing things like that, make better decisions about those type of processes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I imagine also in your business, since you're dealing with multiple deliveries throughout the day, lots of little drops, probably your routing to and from is pretty important. Do you guys use any technology on that side to optimize what the driver's doing?
Oh yeah, yes, we do. We do. So we have various customers that use various products that they deliver. So for a router for one company that we deliver for may not be the same type router we need for the next company that we deliver for. So we have to look at various different applications that we can utilize for different organizations, different customers that we deliver for. Because some customers may during the day have pickups. Let's say I have on-call pickups, and I need to call the driver and say I need to go back to 5 stops where you just came from and pick up something because the customer called in and said they need this picked up today. Some of my customers do not do any pickup at all. All we do is just drive and deliver our products. So we have to be flexible with our technology suite to make sure we can deliver products in a safe, effective way that our customers want us to deliver those products.
So it's probably easy to say that your vans and delivery vehicles, delivery trucks are you guys have really invested in outfitting them with tablets and tools that can allow them to, in real time, see what they need to be doing, where they need to be delivering, those type things. What happens, for example, if they deliver something and then the customer says it never showed up?
We have what we do. We try to get evidence that we delivered that. Some customers require a signature upon delivery, and in all cases, we do take a photo of our delivery to that particular location, along showing the barcode on the item, so we can actually read the barcode on it, and an area where it's visible is in the right location. So we normally take it at the front door, or we take it inside the business in the various locations where they ask us to leave the package. So we use those technologies, and that technology is available to the customer if they have said, well, I didn't get the package. So we can send them that image of the package, exactly where we left that package at their doorstep, where they will see that package was delivered there. And some packages may require a signature, so we do get the signatures from whoever is at that particular home.
I tell you, I've been to like an apartment complex, just with friends or maybe to meet up with an associate or something. And some of these complexes these days are really complicated. You don't know where the buildings are. You go 10, 11, 12, and then it'll be 35, 36. And you said, where's 22? And then A, B, and C's on the front side, and then 1, 2, and 5's on the back side. You don't know which doors are which. Do you guys have anything to streamline that? Because I imagine there could be a situation where you get a driver who's just circling the apartment complex, for 30, 45 minutes if they don't know exactly where they need to go.
Yeah, we're working on some secret sauce for that too, Nick. So that is a problem too. That we're working on some things that help the driver identify inside the building, how to deliver inside the building, that given with some technology and some guidance that will show them maybe some kind of eyeglass piece, like I have glasses on today, that would show the driver exactly what route to take inside the building. And a lot of the time, when you go inside the building, you may not have a good internet connection, so we want to make sure our van has enough technology to streamline information straight to the driver inside the building. So we're working on things like that to come up with a way to streamline that process, so when any driver walks into the building, they know exactly what path to take. The first time, they don't have to guess, and because you're right, the numbers inside these buildings are crazy sometimes, and it's difficult to find the right building and the right door inside the building.
I feel I'm going to be walking in Best Buy one of these days and see the Noah spectacles up on the shelf there. I'm going to say, that's Fred. Those are Fred's glasses.
Yeah. Yes. I hope you see that soon.
That's coming to.
I can't give you all my secret sauce, so that's a little bit of a taste of California, Texas.
What about being in these residential areas? Do you ever have problems with maybe threats to the driver? People thinking maybe there's an intruder or hostile kind of areas. What about just personal safety? Do you ever think about that or concerned about that as the business from a professional standpoint?
Yeah, so yes, we do think about that. The safety of the driver is important, very important to us, to make sure the driver is safe at all times. So if someone come there threatening, trying to rob the driver, at least we have a camera there that can see exactly what's going on there, and we have dispatchers that monitor these type of things. So there's a button on our devices that we can push, or we could there's a voice type device, and they need help. It would go straight to our dispatcher, and our dispatcher can pull up that video in real time and see what's going on with that particular driver. And then we can dispatch 911, get that particular person some help if they really need help.
That's great. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have really leaned into all the available technology and are thinking about even new ones out there. And I guess that's just that's kind of a function of your place in the market. This is a rapidly changing environment, and you guys have really risen to the change, the challenge. I'm curious, what's in the immediate future? I know we talked about the drones, and that's definitely on its way. But what about the next the next couple of years? What sort of changes do you see coming into the marketplace? Is it going to expand with players? Are there new technologies right around the corner? What are some of the things you're seeing coming out now?
I think we're going to see that customers are demanding faster and faster delivery, right? So the 1 to 2 hour block is necessary to really be able to deliver 1 or 2 hours. More in cities like San Francisco, New York. These areas are very difficult to deliver in because you have a large van going into narrow streets, high traffic areas. So you'll see that with 1 to 2 hour delivery, you have a portable warehouse with a large van that would move to a location close to downtown area, and you have many type vehicles that would pick up from those portable warehouses and deliver to the home or to the business that's in a congested area. So you're doing those type things with smaller type mopeds. Those type vehicles are delivered to within that 2 or 3 block radius, and they would come back to the mini warehouse, portable warehouse I call it, and pick up packages and deliver again from that portable warehouse.
So wait, you're saying like a portable warehouse, like maybe a tractor trailer rolls up into an area and they've got a load on the back, and then we've got mopeds and bikes doing last mile delivery from that location.
Yes, that's exactly what
Wow.
I'm saying. So, and it's wild. A distribution center on wheels, I call it, and there to distribute products in that particular area because the traffic is so bad right now. You just have to have a way to get through all the traffic in order to. COVID-19 in the last couple of years, COVID-19 has lowered the amount of traffic, but it's really coming back again. It's really, I would think within the next 12 months will be back to normal again. High traffic, congested everywhere.
Makes sense. Yeah. So, the next question I have is, what about you in your business? What do you want to accomplish? Maybe what do you have your eye on for the road ahead over the next 12 months?
Yeah, this world is more of a global world, especially in the U.S. It's globally. So my is to expand our company, not just to do business with American companies, to work globally, go to other parts of the world, negotiate contracts with them to bring products to the U.S. and deliver these products for them nationwide. So globalization is one of the things that I'm working on right now to balance my portfolio of companies out that we deliver for, and to also the next step is to become own my own warehouse and distribution centers that I can work with a global company that's somewhere around the world, and they would use my distribution locations to we can distribute from there and do the last mile delivery also.
Hang on, are these stationary delivery distribution centers or these mobile distribution centers?
Both, both of them, stationary and mobile. But I like to have more mobile distribution centers than I do stationary. I really don't want too much of the brick and mortar type warehouses. I'd like to have more of the mobile type ones that will move to a large area and be distributed from there.
It sounds really fascinating, Fred. Like there's a lot of opportunity. The kind of Wild West out here of delivery would make you maybe the town marshal or at least a cowboy in the Wild West. What would you say to others who maybe want to get involved in this market? How would maybe seasoned logistic operators who want to maybe explore this niche, how would they get started?
I just think you should do your market research first before you start it. I think you develop some type of business plan. In your business plan, you need to know who your competitors are, what kind of price point you need, how much cash you really need in order to start this particular company, because that's one of the main things that small businesses go out of business for, because they don't have enough cash to operate their business. So and if you really want to get in this business, pick out a good company that can provide safety in your fleet of vehicles. We work with Truck Spy, and they've been very good in providing safety type technology that we can reduce our accidents and injuries of workers because we have technology that keep that particular driver safe. We want them safe at all times. And it helped reduce our workman's comp rate and our overall insurance rate, which is perfect for a business owner.
Well, and one benefit of this niche also is aren't your drivers just everyday license? Do they require CDLs for this type of work?
No. For this type of work, there's no CDL required for this license for this type of work. So we have an extensive training program though. When someone apply and we hire them, they go through like a 2-week learning course, training course in order to learn how to drive one of our vans the way that we want them to drive the van. So there's about a 2-week process before we start the first delivery process at that point.
Makes sense. So in-house training, safety technology, routing and logistic technology. You guys are really creating a workforce here that you can have eyes on. You can really manage, but ultimately, you guys are also providing jobs as well. These guys are pretty well paid, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are paid above average pay for the area. So we try to pay our drivers well because we want to try to pick out the best of the best in human capital is concerned. Get the best of the best drivers and train them well and let them do the job. And get feedback from them on what we need to do to improve the experience for that particular driver and listen to them well and get to listen to your drivers and they have some great feedback and we get that back to our technology providers and like you said again Truck Spy we get that technology back to you guys and let you know exactly what we need to change in the system and that's good feedback from the drivers.
We appreciate the plug, Fred. I had another question. Do you guys have to report any mileage or any different? I guess what are your reports to the government? Do you have DOT regulations that you guys have to follow?
Yeah, you have to be DOT regulated. We do have a DOT number. We have to have an MC motor carrier number also. And these numbers are regulated by the Department of Transportation. And there's various levels within that area. So if driving vans is over 10,000 pounds or over 26,000 pounds, there's different regulations in those categories that you have to pay attention to when you get a DOT your MC, your motor carrier number. So those things are pretty much explained once you go through the process with DOT, they ask you 1,000 questions about what you're doing. So you got to be careful when you fill an application out to make sure you fill it out correctly. And I would not do it by yourself. I think in the beginning you probably need to get a specialist that DOT specialist that understand the language, so you can fill out the DOT application properly. And the motor carrier application properly. There's many specialists out there all across the United States that will help you with this process for a pretty low fee. It's worth the investment to get someone that specializes in this to help you fill out the DOT and MC application.
Makes sense. Okay, Fred. Well, we do appreciate your time. I think when we spoke before, you mentioned that you wouldn't mind if any interested logistics operators were to reach out to you if they had any questions on this exciting, fast-growing field, this niche in logistics, the last mile delivery section. Do you have a contact point that maybe they could email or reach out if there's somebody who needed a pointer?
Yeah, they can reach out to me on my email if they'd like to. And my email address is fkimble, it's FKIMBLE at NOAHCA.com. So FKIMBLE at NOAHCA.com.
Appreciate that, Fred, and we'll also include that email contact on our website here when we post this episode. But again, this has been Fred Kimble and Nick Kane on The Road Forward. Fred, of course, is with NOAH, last mile delivery operator out of California, and what sounds like soon to be all over the world. Fred, again, we appreciate your time. And
all right. Thank you also, Nick.
Stick around also to you listeners out there for our Fast 5 questions. To have access to those, you subscribe to our email list on our website, the Road Forward Podcast. And once you subscribe, you'll be able to see Fred's answers to our Fast 5. Those are going to be key industry trends and what he's doing to address those. So we hope that you'll just subscribe for that additional content. Until next time, this has been Nick, and we'll see you.